This video is the first of two Medallia videos. This video will show you how to log in and how to close out any poor performing surveys that you might get throughout the day. To start off, you will get a separate email from BDF with your login information. It will give you the link to Medallia, how to set up your username and password, and then in the description of this video, I will put this website login for you to favorite in your search engine. Your username is typically your NHTS email address, and then the password is one that you designate and choose on your own. Once you click the login button, it will bring you to the BDF main overview page. There's a lot of information on this page, and it always has the time period set at the current year, which is the year 2021, by month. So it gives us the overall NPS for BDF throughout all of their depots, all of their carriers by up to this month, their delivery professionalism, issue at the time of delivery percentage, and if there was an issue at the time of delivery, did the team contact customer care? And that's this percentage here. To start off, I'm just going to give you a basic rundown of what this platform and what the Medallia surveys give us stats-wise. There will be another video to go over our metric stats and what we get quote unquote graded on from BDF. The Medallia survey scores give us two things. The first one is our Net Promoter Score, or our NPS. We do have a minimum score of 63 or higher to pass. This is made up of our promoters, which are a score of 9 to 10. These are customers that said that they would highly recommend, based on their delivery experience, shopping with BDF to their friends and family. Our passive scores are any score that's a 7 or an 8. These do not hurt us statistically for NPS, but they do not help us either. They kind of get thrown to the wayside and they get taken out of the equation. The detractors are all the scores 0 to 6. These are the ones that customers said there was an issue at the time of delivery, or there was an issue with their overall experience, and they were not happy, and they are very unlikely to recommend Bob's Discount Furniture to their friends and family. The other statistic that this survey gives us is what's known as our delivery professionalism, or VOC, voice of the customer metric. This VOC is made up of just yes/no question. After the customer gets asked, how likely are you to recommend Bob's Discount Furniture to your friends and family on a scale of 0 to 10, the next question is, was the delivery team professional on the day of your delivery, yes or no? Ideally, in a perfect world, we want every single customer to give us a yes, to give every drive team a yes, no matter what happens throughout the day. We would like our drive teams to be absolutely 100% professional and perfect when they go to the home. But things happen. And there is always that chance they have a 50-50 shot of the customer clicking no on that delivery team professionalism. If the customer does click no, you will get an email alert saying that you have a low professionalism survey. In addition to that, if a customer says 0 to 6 as a detractor for their likelihood to recommend, you will also get an email alert calling it a detractor. You can get surveys in 3 ways. You can either get really high scoring surveys and yeses where the customer was happy and fine with everything. You will not get an email alert for those. Those are just regular, really good surveys that we want to get. You can get what's known as a detractor alert, which is any email that the customer said that the team was professional, gave them a score of a yes, but they had a detractor of 0 to 6 for one reason or another. The other email alert you can get is what we call a low pro or a low professionalism email alert. These are the ones where either the customer could rate it no matter what number from 0 to 10 it wants to be, but they said the delivery team was not professional on the day of delivery. We have a MAR, a baseline for VOC of a 92.7%. So you have to get 92.7% or higher in order for you to pass VOC for the day. For every one bad survey that we get, or that the depot gets, you need another 10 to 13 surveys to offset that one negative one to reach MAR. So the more bad surveys you get, the more you and your teams have to push to get those really good surveys so that your percentage is high. Closing out your surveys and your survey review. Since this is just the main overview page, in order to get to your actual surveys, you have to click the feedback button. This will list each individual survey for the time period that you choose. I'm going to change the filter on this to show one of the most current days. If you click show filters here on the right, you can change any one of these fields to see any specific type of survey that you would like. We're going to do the basics for now. Let's change the time period to yesterday. Your reporting date, you want to change this to say delivery date SAP. If you have it say this local response date, it will give you the list of every single survey that the customer answered on the date that you chose. So it could be for deliveries that happened 3 days prior or 2 days prior. We want to see just all the surveys we got on this specific day. So for yesterday, 7/27. So we're going to change this to delivery date. Now it will only give us the surveys for that specific delivery date. If you want to see all of your surveys for that day, this is all you have to fill out. You just have to pick the date you want and change the reporting date to delivery date, and then click run right down here on the bottom. This will then generate all of your surveys for 7/27. If you want to see just your alerts, you can open up show the filters here, and on the right hand side of the filters box where it says alert status, you're going to click this little plus sign here and click all open. This will just give you all of your open alert surveys. Then click run. This is a list of all the surveys that need to be closed out from yesterday. You do have 3 days to close out a survey before it goes overdue. Once it goes overdue on that 4th day, you will get another email stating that it's from Medallia, it's an overdue survey, and it will give you the breakdown of the survey all over again. We want these surveys closed out ASAP. Do not allow any of them to go overdue. The reason for this is because BDF and your RDM also gets these email alerts. And if they end up going overdue, they will look at it as we are not taking the customer's complaint seriously. We are not addressing any team concerns at all in real life time like we should be. And it is not good customer service on our part. I'm going to open this first one here just to show you what one could look like. Click on the open alert that you have. This states up here on the left that it's just a detractor, and in the next 52 hours, it will go overdue. Just detractors mean that the customer did say that the team was professional. You can scroll down throughout the entire survey, and this gives you everything. It lists the delivery date here, what kind of furniture it was, if it was an in-store or an online order. It gives you your team name. So this is your driver name here and your helper name. It gives you what stop it was, and it gives you what route it was on. The delivery code description here also tells you if it's a white glove full setup or if it's a threshold delivery. This is a really important part to look at because you will get some of the customers that will fill out the survey and say they did not set up my furniture when I was told that they would, and it might very well be a threshold delivery. That's a concern that needs to get forwarded over to the RDM, stating that the store is not telling the customers the correct information. As you scroll down, you will get to see all of the questions that the customer answered, how they rated them, even if the delivery was within their time frame. The last question that they answer is if we can contact them. A good percentage of your customers will say, yes, please call or email me, especially if they were expecting customer care or a customer care representative to reach out to them. So as I said, up at the top, this one said that it was a detractor. So if we scroll down, they gave a likelihood to recommend score, an NPS score of a 2. There's no word here on if the delivery team was professional, but since it said detractor up at the top left, we already know that they said that the delivery team was professional. So the delivery team got a yes. If it had said low professionalism up here, which I will find an example of one of those to show you, you know that that was a low pro for the team and you need to address the team concern. You can go down and take a look to see what the comments are from the customer. This customer looks like they absolutely loved the delivery team. Said the delivery guys were absolutely incredible, polite and professional, and they were absolutely great. None of her issues were their fault. They had a problem with the delivery options and the scheduling. In an instance like this, there's nothing we have to do on our end to address anything to the delivery team, except to tell them how great of a job they did by keeping this customer even remotely happy with them and was able to show more of the disconnect on the BDF side. To close the alert, you just click this close alert button here, and you can just type in the little note saying that this is a BDF concern. Or you can fill in that this was a scheduling routing concern. And then you just click close. The RDM can then go back in and see any of these concerns and address them with the appropriate individuals. Once you close out this survey, you can just click list back up here on the top left, and then go to your next one. Let's open up this next one on the list. As you can see on the top left, it says low professionalism, and it goes to the next overdue date in 70 hours. Again, you can see the route, the team, the delivery date, the stop number, and which truck it was on, and that this was a white glove delivery. The likelihood to recommend score is a 0. They said that there was not an issue at the time of delivery, or there was an issue at the time of delivery, but the team did not contact customer care. As I said, I'm going to put together a second Medallia video touching base on all the steps of service and exactly how we want our customers to answer these surveys and what to talk to the teams about. Again, we can contact her. And this was her main complaint on the delivery team. Said that they were speeding through the driveway and so on and so forth. Now, to close these out, you'd see the same thing. You would close the alert and you'd put in your little note here. That being said, you need to review all of these issues with the delivery teams, with the independent contractors and the delivery teams. When you close out the alert, you need to put in a quick response on how you address the concern. You cannot put in, we'll speak to team, we'll address with IC, we'll review with team, we'll review with IC. You have to actually put in a communication here in this box saying that you did address it with the team, you made the IC and the team aware, and what you're doing to correct, whether it's monitoring the team for the next day or two, sitting them for a day, or anything like that. And then you could click close alert. As I said at the beginning of the video, you have 3 days to close out these alerts before they go overdue. I highly recommend reviewing all your alerts on the same day or at the very latest by the next morning before the teams leave, and then close them out throughout the following day. You will get email alerts from Medallia every time you get a survey alert, whether it's a detractor or a low pro, so you are well aware when you receive one and can review it ASAP. As I've said before, there will be another Medallia video showing how to find your rankings, your Drive team stats, and much more information that you can use through this platform. It's a very, very awesome reporting tool, and that video will be coming very soon. In the description of this video, I will put the web link for the website, for the Medallia website, that you can save into your Google Chrome as a bookmark.